Okay, good morning everyone. You know the drill. It is that time again for another one of these Bitcoin and cryptocurrency morning market updates. So, as usual, I'll keep this short and sweet for everyone today. I know your time is precious, and the last thing you want is to listen to me rambling on for hours on end when you could be out there trading these charts. So, let's get into it. Anyone who watched my video yesterday, you'll remember that we broke through our all-time high as I was filming, and yeah, we've had a really nice move up from there. And no surprise here, where has price come to? It is our first major area of resistance. So here we have our 1.272 extension from the range we were in, and our 1-to-1 extension from this low to this high to this low, and that gives us our 1-to-1. On top of that, we have 65k, which clearly psychological resistance is going to be there. So yeah, this has been a major take profit for me. I have closed another, so I've been in a long, I'm sure you all know, I've been in a long since down here when we hit our weekly level. I was take profit at the daily, I compounded, and I've taken profit again today at 65k. I am also in a very small short position from this level. This is just on another account, and it's mainly just as a hedge now. Expecting some volatility today, and yeah, just is a very nice level to be aware of. And if we do move higher, that short gets invalidated, but I still have my long position, so that is very nice. Cool. So I think in terms of support, what we have below, so we know what our resistance is now. We know 65 to 60, 66, or yeah, 65 to 65.8 is our resistance area. If we do happen to break through, then 69k to 70k clearly is another big area of resistance. We know these levels already. There's nothing new that we really need to be looking at. We obviously have the top of this wedge here, and that is giving us a larger channel as well. But yeah, I think this is just a case of waiting for price to mature and starting to get our support and resistance levels from that. If we're talking about trading this intraday and getting some day trades and some scalps out of this, you have to be aware of our VWAP support, in which the daily is moving up nicely here. So if we do get a move down, it can give some good scalp opportunities. If we get a move down to our daily open, once again, it's always an important level for me, the daily open. That's something that you don't want to see it breaking down. Then we start to think about changing market structure and looking at this as a local top, which you can then start to draw some fibs and find some of the information below that could give us support. At the moment, this is a little bit early. I think we need to wait now and just remain patient, let price mature. The last thing you want is to be marking out your levels, price goes higher, your levels are no longer relevant, and then we take a dump lower down. We need to wait really for a change in market structure before we can look at what levels are lower down. I can do some very basic stuff just for now. So if we take this impulse move up, we'll have support here coming in around 63,850. We can move this down, and kind of the lows that we have here gives us confidence around this daily open. We can move this down further, and if we were to see a more major move, then this would start to give us some confluence around the daily level that right now is going to be very important support. So clearly we were working on this level for a number of days, a number of weeks really. And yeah, so 60k, huge level, and this daily 61,170, and our local, well, more global golden pocket here as a rather large support area. But if we do start to change market structure, then we can get into a little bit more detail of what we have around here and what we can look for as support if this does break down. Okay, we have a little trend line here going on as well, but not massively important. I think that really covers it. That's about as much as I really want to go over in today's video. I have taken profit on my long. I am in a very small short position, and really I'm just looking at these as this is a scalp at this stage. We came up into just a really nice obvious area, so if you get this close to 65k and major resistance overhead, then it's just a nice one to take a little short off of, in my opinion. With this, realistically, I'm probably just looking for take profits fairly locally, so VWAP and local golden pocket. Yeah, and we'll see how that develops throughout the day. So yeah, I wanted to go over the Coinbase IPO as well today. So a lot of people are talking about it. It's a major thing in the market right now, and I know we have about 50% of the market think that this is going to be really bullish news, and we're just going to go blasting through all of our resistance and make much higher levels here. The other half of the market are quite fearful of this and are under the impression that, okay, we've made a move up. This is for people to sell when the IPO goes live, and then that will give us a kind of major macro high. I don't think it's going to be either of those extremes, in all honesty. I think we'll get a little bit of volatility today, but I don't think that it will have that much of an effect on the market just from that being like a major factor. I think the chart speaks for itself. I think we have our support and resistance here, and as always, I will trade the technicals. Yeah, and just trade what the market gives us. I'm not going to be fearful of entering into positions just because of an IPO listing or anything like that. I think the other thing that people need to be aware of with the Coinbase IPO is it is a direct sale to public. So what that basically means is that whereas a lot of companies, when they list on the stock exchange, they will have shares like underwritten by a bank, and those shares will be offered pre-IPO to investors, and they will have a price set by the bank for them to go live onto the stock exchange. Coinbase is different to that, so their shares are going direct to public. They have no like preset price. It's just their valuation is what the demand is for that asset. So it becomes a lot less. You're much less likely to see, I guess, big investors dumping onto the market on open. You'd have to compare it more to, say, the Spotify chart or the Planter, I think, chart, which again were direct sales. So actually we can have a quick look at that. So we do have, let's actually have a look. So I think CBSE, is it? Coinbase? No. I know it's coin on the stock exchange. Coinbase Global Inc. What do we have? Weird. 2011. Okay, this is this clearly is not the Coinbase. Yeah, definitely not the Coinbase IPO. Yeah, okay, FTX. So what we have on FTX at the moment is a bit of a pre-market thing going on with them. So they launched their Coinbase USD, Coin USD. Oh, okay. So this is. I was looking for another chart. We'll forget this. Yeah, I think a lot of people were expecting this to launch between the $500 and $600 area, which this is our FTX futures, I assume, which isn't the actual asset, but it is, yeah, like a tokenized version of that. Yeah, let's forget that. Okay, whoa, here we go. We're having to move down. Okay. Okay. So has it gone live? Was that what the FTX thing was? All right, daily open. Let's see what happens here.